Hello everybody. In this video I like to compare travel bags, foldable travel bags, because they're very convenient. So I bought 3 of them. The first one is the Nomad Spot. I've already owned this for many years, so this one is already unpacked, but this is when it's folded up. I'm sorry about the stuff, because I accidentally put it in the washing machine and that wasn't very good for the bag. I also have the Zomake, that is this one, and here is the other one, the Naturehike. So let's see what you need to look for if you buy a foldable backpack that you're either going to bring. Are you going for lightweight, or are you going for more functionality, and do you need to keep your hands free? Because then you need straps. If you don't necessarily need that, you can just use a bag. Alright, so let's take a closer look. So let's start with the little bag from Naturehike. By far the smallest, so if you're looking for a small backpack, maybe if you're going cycling or I don't know, then this could be something for you. The straps are somewhat transparent, they are just nylon, and they do have something of adjustable straps, but it's all really small. The back side, nothing fancy. It does have a carrying strap. It does have something of a little bit of a bridge here, so you're not, you know, so this will be on your shoulders a little bit. Really nice. The front, it has, let's start maybe with the inside. The zipper is quite nice, and it doesn't get hung up on anything, because there are no flaps on the inside outside that can go between the zippers. There are no pouches on the inside except the pouch to stuff it in, and I don't know if it's really handy to put anything in here, because it bungles around down there in the bag. So the only pouch is on the outside. One advantage is that it is really deep. It goes all the way to here, which is, well, large. The only thing is that this zipper thingy is relatively small. My hands is just fitting in, but getting out, it gets a little bit stuck. So I would say if you have big hands, that is going to be an issue, especially if your keys are all the way down here. Now, just for a size reference, I got some stuff here. Towel, whatever, bottles, and I just want to see, you know, just stuff it a little bit and see what it can handle. This is sort of like a beach towel. Okay, that goes in. Then let's bring a book and bring a camera case, sunglasses, my wallet, and maybe my glasses. Close that up, you know, just a little bit for reference. That goes in. Now let's put an umbrella here on the side. Well, that works. And a dopper, just for size. You see that it gets really stretchy. Clean canteen, this is the small version. Well, it does stay in pretty nice with the elastic band here. And I have a can of beer here that would fit in also. Okay, so it does fit. The pouch, a dopper, a water bottle, that could go in pretty decent if you want to get that. It can take it. Let's put my phone in there as well, and just for whatever, put that bottle in as well. They are empty, by the way. Okay, so everything is in, and it barely fits. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's go to the next bag. You can see here the Naturehike, and this one from Nomad, a little bit bigger. One thing, this had an outside pouch, which I would, in a city environment, anything outside, yeah, is prone to be stolen, or you know, they can cut open your bag from the bottom. So you have to be careful a little bit. This one doesn't have that outside pouch. where you might put in your keys or your wallet. And it does have an inside pouch, which is the pouch where you put it in when you're done. But that is nice and big. It's on top, so maybe a little bit safer. Just for size reference, let's put in my phone. Let's put in a wallet. And I think I can even get my glasses in, just for an idea. Oh, it's gonna be tight. Okay, that fits in. You can see the liner here. I think it was waterproof-ish, but that has completely let go of the fabric. So maybe that they improved on that, and that's why it's hard to get now. So that is completely. I had it a couple of years now. So okay, so let's go over the back. On the outside, no outside pouches. Of course, side pouches. The back, the straps significantly upgrade. So you spend a little bit more money, but you get a lot better, smoother, and of course far better buckles. So pay attention to these things when you buy them, because this really makes a difference. This is a little bit flimsy, and this really does work better. It's just smoother all around. Also, handle for carrying as a bag, which is nice, and all in all a little bit bigger than the Naturehike. So let's see what goes in. We start with the towel again. This being a bigger bag, presumably that will all fit a lot better. So I just throw everything in, and just to give it a little bit of volume. And a book. Let's see where the zipper is. One thing, and that annoyed me a lot when I used this bag, is that, as you can see, that flappy, which is absent here, is continuously getting stuck in the zipper. So you're continuously having to guide your zipper to prevent it from getting stuck. Advantage, of course, is when it does rain, it keeps the zipper dry and keeps your content drier. Alright, the side pouches, a dopper, I think goes in. The elastic is a little bit flimsier than this one, so it is a little bit loosey. I mean, it stays in. The other side, let's do a can. So that goes in rather easily. I still have my umbrella, so let's just see if I can. Where is the zipper? Another thing, the zipper and the content of the pouch now get a little bit in the way. So and here we go again. Zipper got stuck again. Bottle, umbrella. I got some room left for some other stuff. So basically a little bit bigger for sure. And again, so you get where I'm going with this. So, I mean, pretty decent. I will show you some footage in between the review where I was using them or my kids were using them. All in all, a pretty decent backpack. Alright, so a little bit more quality, I think, in the straps and maybe even the fabric. Yeah, alright, let's go to the next one. The Zomake. Now, well, let's start with the straps. And just in comparison the other ones, this one is mildly padded, so I would say better than this one from Naturehike, and a little bit less than a Nomad, but it has again decent buckles, maybe the best one of them all, so definitely something to look for. These are really nice, they work really well. Got plenty of strap, by the way, handle, and a pouch in the front that goes away to the bottom. For size, let's try a book. I don't think it fit, but it gives you an idea. So it's as wide as a book and not as deep, but you could carry it like that. And of course a phone and a wallet would definitely fit in this one. This one, by the way, comes in like 20 different colors. Those all come in 1 or 2 colors. So the zipper, and then 2 zippers on the bag. They all have double zippers. This one has some cordage on there. And again, the bag that it packs is hanging on the inside, which I think is a really nice feature. It can fit a phone and a wallet easily. Yep. And inside just a plain bag. Further is nothing. Okay, let's stuff it. So let's put in the towel, the book, and this one I keep left in. The sunglasses and my other glasses. Well, the umbrella, let's put that in as well. You can see plenty of room left. This one is by far the biggest, so you have some space left. Side pouches, let's see. They look a little bit small. And they are definitely, I think, a little bit on the small side, but at least they keep it relatively tight. The dopper, at least it's far over half of it, or more than halfway in, so that keeps it secure. And a can, I think everybody can have an idea, relate to that. And that also sits really nice, stays in. And all right, so okay. In the sort of conclusion, if you have to choose a bag, first think by yourself what I'm going to use it for. If it is just for taking stuff to the beach, getting groceries, get a simple bag, less than €1 or $1, and you're good to go, and it's super lightweight. If you really want a backpack that is foldable, my advice is pay a little bit more and get a decent one, because all the advantages of having an inside pouch, having decent zippers, decent side pouches, straps that are somewhat comfortable to wear, decent materials. This is definitely a little bit thicker and stronger than the relatively, this is almost like plastic, as thin as a plastic bag. This is a little bit better, but still relatively thin, and this is really quite sturdy material, so you do get a really decent backpack that you can at least walk around with and be somewhat comfortable. Yeah, a little bit more money, but it's either go very lightweight and cheap, or go decent, in my opinion. And I will put a diagram at the end with prices and sizes and everything, and I hope it helped. Alright, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.